Right. Okay. So we did 3.1. We determined the first three terms. Right. Now I need to calculate the nth term. Now to calculate the nth term, I need to know what is my D, what is my first term. Okay? My first term is 37. My common difference is negative 12. So what I'm going to do is on the next page, I'll just write the terms. So you start with 37, then you have 25, then you have 13. So the common difference is minus 12. That's minus 12. So my first term is 37. My D is negative 12. Now the question will be, what's n now? Okay? But here, we don't know n because the question is asking us to determine the nth term, a general formula to calculate the value of a term. So we don't need to know the value of what? Of n. So we write our formula Tn equal to a plus n minus 1 times d. Where there is Tn, we don't put anything. Where there is a, we put 37. Where there is n, we put n. Where there is d, we put minus 12. Okay? Right? Then if you simplify this, you get 37 there plus, and if you put minus, hopefully you will be okay. So we get minus 12 minus 12n plus 12. Okay? If you simplify that, you will get Tn equal to minus 12n plus 49. And then that's your nth term. Okay? That's the nth term. So I'm done. Any question before I move on to the next page? Okay. Alright, number 4. The sixth term of an arithmetic series is 62. Okay, the sixth term of an arithmetic series is 62. Okay, now, so it's 32 rather. So you can say T6 is equal to 32. Okay, and the sum of the first 9 terms is 234. The sum of the first 9 terms is what? 234. Now, when it says the sum of the first 9 terms, it means S9 is equal to 234. Okay? Determine the first 3 terms and the nth term. The nth term there, it's a general term. Okay? Now, sometimes when you are doing these questions, your knowledge of simultaneous equations is required. That's why I did simultaneous equations in grade 10 and 11. Right? So that T6, I can use the Tn formula. Okay? Remember, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 times d. So where there is Tn there, I'll put what? 32. Okay? So this becomes 32 is equal to a plus n minus 1, right? Times d. Okay? But what is n? N is equal to what? To 6. So this becomes 32 equal to a plus 6 minus 1 times d This will give you 32 equal to A plus 5D. So this will be equation 1. If you look at the question, we don't have a first term, we don't have a common difference. So we have to determine both of them. Okay? Then the next thing, remember, Sn is equal to n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Okay? And here it's S9, so where there is n in that formula, we'll put 9. Where there is Sn here, we are going to put 234. Okay? So let me do that. I'm going to use a different color for that. So I'll say 234 is going to be equal to n, which is 9. 9 over 2 times 2a plus n is 6 minus, 9. It's 9. So that's 9 minus 1 times d. Okay? So this will give you 234 is equal to. Alright, allow me here to cross multiply so that this changes. So I'm going to multiply this 234 by 2. Okay? So that will give me 468. Right? If I simplify what's inside the brackets, before I simplify, I'm going to add 9, then open square bracket, 2a plus, that will be 8d. Okay? Then I'm going to move on to the next page, I'll simplify this. Are you following what I'm doing? Huh? Yeah. So 468 is going to be equal to 18a plus 72d. 468, that's what I'm going to write on the next page. 468 is equal to 18a. So 468 is equal to 18a plus 72d. So this will be equation 2. Okay. Now, since we have got two equations that are both linear, we can easily solve for n. Okay? The best way is to make a the subject in the first equation. So if I make a the subject, my a is going to be equal to, I'll just take this 5d to the left, so a is going to be equal to 32 minus what? 5d. Do you have a question? What? You see this 9 over 2? It's multiplying everything in the square bracket. So to eliminate this 2, I have to multiply both sides by 2. If I do that, this 2 cancels itself. Then on the left hand side, I have to multiply the 234 by 2. Are you aware of that then? So I'll make a the subject. So I'll say, in equation 1, a is going to be equal to 32 minus 5d. Okay? Then substituting into equation 2, we will get 468 is equal to 18 times 32 minus 5d plus 72d. So this gives me 468 equal to, what is 18 times 32? 576. 576 minus 90d plus 72d. Okay, so you end up getting, right, my suggestion, I'll take this 4, 6 to the right and take that minus 9 to the left. So if I do my subtraction, I'll get 18D equal to 1, that would be 108. Okay? Are you following? Then D is going to be what? 6. Therefore, A is going to be equal to 32 minus 5 times 6. So this gives me 32 minus 30, and you get a what? A 2. So the first term is going to be a 2. Now the question is, what are we trying to calculate? If we go back to the question, it says, determine the first 3 terms and the nth term. So I now know the first term A. It's a what? It's a 2. The common difference is a 6. Right? So I just have to add 6 to 2 to get the second term, then another 6 to get the what? The third term. So let me go to the next page. Therefore, the 3 terms in my T1 is going to be 2. T2 is going to be 2 plus 6, which is 8. And T3 is going to be equal to 2 plus 6, which is 14. And then I'm done. Yes? Okay. Any question? Yes?
Yeah. How does 32 minus 30 come out?
So what's your name?
So,
Taonga. Okay. Taonga, like grade 12, right? I give you this equation, this one here. How would you make A the subject? You take the 5D to the what? The left. And you're left with A here, which is the same as saying A is equal to 32 minus 5D.
oh,
Okay. Let me remind you, in this grade, you have to know this equation. It's one of the requirements of doing grade 12 pure maths. You have to know the equation. If you forgot, refresh yourself. Okay, so I now have the first 3 terms. Now I need to find the what? The nth term based on the question. The question is saying determine the nth term. So to find the nth term, it should be easy because Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. What is my A? It's a 2. What is my D? It's a 6. So this gives me Tn equal to 2 plus 6n minus 6. And that's equal to 6n minus 4. Okay? And then you are done. Okay. Alright? So I think I'm done with this.